with a pistol here. Faking the handoff and a quick pitch and catch. And a nice move out across the 35-yard line goes Janu Smith. Bijan Robinson back in the game, and they try reverse here. Drake London's going to throw it. And Janu Smith has it in Texans territory. So Arthur Smith going into his bag of tricks for a gain of 21. And Drake London, the second-year player, is able to complete it, pick up the first, and now here's Robinson. And Robinson, he has so much make-you-miss ability, and a nice carry there and a gain of 12. Good size, solid 220 pounds. They're going to the air here. Nice throw inside the 10, Kyle Pitts. Just celebrated his birthday 2 days ago, and he celebrates right there with a 16-yard catch. A pretty good start here for Desmond Ridder. He's going to keep this. He's got the edge, and he's got the Falcons touchdown. A 7-yard run by Desmond Ridder.
Out all the stops right here. Desmond Ridder. Watch right here with Mac Hollins coming across. Now remember, last week they got a little dust up on the sideline, right? Now your lead blocking out on the edge. Getting down there, mixing it up in the briar patch. Love a wide receiver who'll do that.
This time that Falcons defense gets there in the backfield. Lorenzo Carter. Cordero Patterson is in the backfield, but Ridder fakes it to him and fires a strike that is caught just across the 40-yard line. Out of the I formation, play action, fires a beautiful strike and able to connect with Keith Smith. That's his first touch of the season, and it's a big play of 28 yards. And now on 3rd and 8, some pressure coming. But the Falcons able to convert it. Kyle Pitts goes up to grab it on the connection with Desmond Ridder for 18 yards. Off the play fake. Ridder rolls, and at the last second throws a strike complete. Able to find Janu Smith, and he bounces off a couple of tacklers for a gain of 19.
Getting offense behind the chains, and one of the reasons they've struggled so far today.
2nd down and 10. Ridder unloads and throws a really nice ball complete inside the 40. From Hampton, Georgia, less than 30 miles from here, so he also has a big crew watching today. In the flat and down the sideline, staying in bounds, and it's going to set up a 1st and goal. First catch today from Michael Pruitt, and boy did he make it count. 2nd and goal. Ridder flips it, Robinson has it, and he has a touchdown, and Atlanta is back in front.
Look at this. I mean, look at that catch. Behind the back. Get it off your back. And a little full block inside.
Rolling that way, Ridder throws, and they got the 2-point conversion. Algier across the chalk.
And they all start to fit together and understand the philosophy that they're trying to implement.
And now taking a shot on offense, and Drake London is able to hang on to it, even though his helmet came off. His 3rd of the game, but none bigger than that. So it puts the Falcons in plus territory, and now they're going to get it down inside the 30 on a 1st down run from Tyler Algier.
You got to think about taking a timeout.
Post snap, Ridder takes it. He does go middle of the field. Down near the 25 to Drake London. Kick. And Koo got it. And Atlanta wins it. Wait, there's a flag down.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside, number 25. This penalty is declined. Running into the kicker, also number 25. This penalty is also declined. The field goal is good. The game is over.